pricing based on what we think people will pay is also based on not just us looking at what everybody else is doing in the market, but also sometimes feedback that we've gotten from people who aren't our target audience. Hey guys, it's Dr. Sonia here with Jump First. Say it with me. Done is better than perfect. Master one thing at a time. Practice makes better. And this has to work. Let's get it. This is Dr. Sonia here with Jump First, and today we're talking about pricing yet again. If you don't know, we talk all things premium courses, luxury coaching and mentorship programs, and how you can start to package those out. So today's topic, okay, is all about people won't pay that much, ? Actually, ... Okay, so actually they will. And we're going to talk about and break down some of those beliefs and myths about pricing premium courses today. If you are interested in getting some inspiration, hanging out live, okay, and talking all things premium courses, luxury coaching, mentorship programs, entrepreneurship, and this Christian walk, okay, this faith walk, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button, like the bell notification, so you know when more episodes like this drop and we can hang out live, okay? So let's jump into today's topic again. We're knocking down myths, beliefs, false beliefs about what people will not pay for your premium courses, your luxury coaching and mentorship program. So when you think people won't pay, they actually will. Let's put this here real quick as we jump into these myths and false beliefs. People will pay the prices you set and accept in your business. I need to say that one more time. People will pay the prices you set and accept in your business. Like, it's your business. You set your prices. What's going on, IG? I see y'all on as well. Good morning, evening, afternoon, depending on where you're watching from. I appreciate y'all. By the way, if you're watching this on the Jump First Academy YouTube channel, let me know in the comments what time it is where you are currently watching from. I always like to see the global reach of these episodes. Okay, so let's jump into some myths. Number one, if you are believing that people won't pay a certain amount for your courses, coaching programs, mentorship programs, is probably because you may be stuck in the 9-to-5 loop, okay? The corporate loop. I know that I was when I first started, where you're charging based on time and not transformation. Premium courses are different. Your coaching programs are different. You should be charging based on the transformation that you are helping somebody obtain or attain, okay? Not how much time it takes you to create the course, how much time it takes you to create the resources that you're putting inside of the course. Back in the 9-to-5, when I first started this journey, actually, I jumped into entrepreneurship full-time with no backup plan, okay? No plan B. And so this was like, I had to get this done, okay? I had to make this work. And so when I first jumped in, that's how I was pricing. I was pricing based on not necessarily how much time it took me to create courses, because this has always been my jam. I love creating courses. I can get them done in a day, right? And it's likely whatever your area or lane of expertise is, you do it very quickly. You do it very well. You know it like the back of your hand. Like, it just comes to you naturally, right? And so there's no possible way, with that being said, that you could charge based on time, because you spent years in this thing, perfecting this thing, okay, getting it right. You are still practicing what it is that you know and getting better every single day, every single moment, every single time you pick up and do what it is that you do. And for someone else who's just coming into your world, they don't know your area of expertise. They don't understand necessarily all of the nuances and the things that go into what it is that you do. It may also have taken them years to get to the point that they are going to get to by just simply enrolling in your courses. So remember, you're collapsing time for people. So you can't price based on time. You have to price based on the transformation that you are offering. What's going on, Jellyman? I like your screen name. Hello. Good evening, afternoon, or morning, depending on where you're watching from. Let me know in the chat. I appreciate you being here. So that's number one. You don't charge based on time. We're not charging based on time anymore. We're now charging for transformation. What is the transformation or the outcome, the result that someone is going to get because they enrolled inside of your courses? What's going on, Lane? It's good to see you as well. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, you keep pricing, like I kind of alluded to earlier, based on what you think people will pay. I'm going to set this here again. People are going to pay the prices that you set and accept in your business. People should not be negotiating your prices, okay, in your business. And if they are, then maybe they are not your ideal customer. Maybe they're not your target market, okay, your target audience. And so you need to start looking and focusing on your messaging when that starts to happen. And we'll talk more about that inside the Global Authority Movement, which, shameless plug, if you are not already signed up and registered, what are you waiting for? We're going deeper into how to package your knowledge, your expertise, how to start pricing premium courses and selling them before you create your courses and before you start to launch. Okay, so jumpfirstacademy.org/global. Okay, come on in, read more about it. All right, so don't limit yourself based on what you see other people in your market doing, the prices that you see them setting. You never know what's going on behind the scenes, okay? You do not ever have to reduce yourself or your experiences. Your life experiences are too valuable. You are too unique. You are too valuable. We just have to focus on messaging, okay? Positioning your expertise, positioning it the right way. I talked about this yesterday. One of my clients literally just posted one time, all right, because she has been positioning her authority. She has positioned her expertise correctly. She got a sale in less than an hour, okay? This literally just happened the other day, all right? And she immediately hit me on Voxer, which is an app that we use to communicate. I communicate with all my mentees and clients. We do voice notes, all those awesome things. And she was excited and I was excited for her. Okay. But again, this is a result of the proper positioning, the authoritative nature of your positioning, your expertise, all of those things. Okay. So don't worry about what other people in the market are doing. Focus on you. What do you want to charge for your prices, your courses, your services? Again, you spend years, okay, perfecting your craft. Like, you deserve to be paid your worth. No more limiting or reducing yourself down. Stand in that authority. Okay. Also, sometimes I want to put this here too, because pricing based on what we think people will pay is also based on not just us looking at what everybody else is doing in the market, but also sometimes feedback that we've gotten from people who aren't our target audience. So let's just put that there. Sometimes we get feedback from people, family members, friends, people who are like, who does she think she is? Or who does he think he is? Why would you charge that much? That's too much. I would never do that. I've heard all of these things. Okay. But they aren't my target market. They aren't my target audience. They aren't. And these are like friends, family members, right? Like, how are you doing that? And then I just keep doing it. And they're like, I don't understand how you're doing that. But when I first started, it was, you can't charge that much. There's no way people are going to pay you thousands of dollars to learn your knowledge. Okay. And I'm not saying that all of them, that they weren't supportive. They just didn't know what they didn't know. And they were telling me, I remember the first time I started doing consistent 10K months, it was over Christmas, a Christmas holiday. And people were like, nobody is paying for knowledge, right? Or education on Christmas. People are paying for gifts for their kids. And I'm like, but there are some people who can do both. And I proved them wrong, okay? Because there were people who were doing both. That was the first time. It was December to January. We started doing consistent 10K months in business. And I was selling during the Christmas holiday. So sometimes your target market is giving you, the people who aren't in your target market are giving you wrong feedback. So you need to focus on positioning your message to the people who have the ability and who are willing to pay the prices that you set inside of your business. And that's it. Okay. Jellyman, I appreciate the new sub. Welcome to the Jump First family. I appreciate you being here. All right. So number 3 is sometimes we are pricing based on what we think it's worth from where we are presently. Okay, so let me explain what that means. So you have already achieved the result. You've already overcome challenges. Again, like I said, you're perfecting your craft every single day. You're getting better at what it is that you do. And so sometimes we have the mindset to price based on where we presently are. But I need you for a second, okay? Because where you currently are is are already on the other side of it. For 1 second, when you're pricing, start to think about and remember when you weren't on the other side of that thing, when you were still facing the challenge, when you were still struggling, okay, in pain, trying to figure something out, or you hadn't quite gotten the results that you wanted yet, right? What would you have paid to achieve the thing that you were going through, right? Like to get on the other side, to overcome the challenge, to get rid of the pain. Like, what would you have paid? And so that we need to be pricing from that aspect, okay? And don't just be like, I would have paid anything, because I know sometimes we say that, but you want to get very specific about how you're pricing this thing out. And again, if you need more help with pricing and what that looks like, a lot of times it's not even like the pricing aspect, it's you understanding the value that you bring and being able to package that value to then assign a price to it. And if you need help with that, join the Global Authority Movement. Again, jumpfirstacademy.org/global. Shameless plug because I want to help you move forward. The link is also in the description below this video. All right. Number 4, and I got to put this here, and this is the last point. Sometimes you believe that people won't pay what it is that you are charging because you don't believe in what you're creating. I have to put this here. And we need a deep belief in what it is that we are creating. We need conviction behind what we are creating. This should be your purpose. This should be a part of your mission. Okay. I'm not saying like it has to be your whole mission, but creating courses and helping people to overcome a specific challenge, like teaching is not for the weak. Okay. You have to have such deep belief in what it is that you are offering that there's a conviction for you to sell it. Like you can't not sell it. You can't not help more people with it. Like that's the conviction that's necessary. That's the level of belief necessary in the products and services you are creating. And if you don't quite believe in the products and services that you are creating, maybe we just need to switch products and services, right? We need to switch the topic. We need to switch the area that you are teaching from or creating these products and services from. It doesn't have to stay the same. You can create different products, different services, but whatever it is that you're creating, you need the deep belief so that you have the conviction that you need to sell it. If you don't have that conviction, okay, the belief is missing. And so we really need to understand what's the topic for your courses, your products, your services. What is it that you're delivering? And that's what we're talking about on day 1 of the Global Authority Movement. Okay, so again, shameless plug, jumpfirstacademy.org/global to get in. I'm telling you, we are covering it all because I want you to come out of the global movement ready to sell your courses, okay, and starting to get pre-sales, positioning your authority properly in your market, in your area of expertise, because there are people who actually need what it is that you're offering, and there are people who can pay and are willing to pay what the prices that you set for it. And that's just that, okay? So I also want to put this here under believing in what you're creating. Your results require consistency. Not just consistency in the strategy, but consistency in your belief. And this is also one of the reasons that I have mentorship programs and not just one-off courses. So my clients and students and mentees, like some of us in Global Authority, like the larger higher level mentorship program, which Global Authority Movement is a 3-day live training that gives you some insight and a piece of what we do inside of the higher level Global Authority Accelerator. Okay, so Global Authority Accelerator is the full program, but Global Authority Movement, I wanted to be able to offer that to more people so that you can actually see what it is in case you're like, I'm not sure I'm ready to jump in yet. All right, what does this look like and what can I expect? And so I was like, let me do a 3-day live training and show you. All right, I want to show up live and show you exactly what it is that we are creating. And so the mentees that I have inside of the Global Authority Accelerator program, the larger program, that's what we do. We meet every single week, okay? Because it's not just about the strategy. And yeah, I'm giving you the strategy. They have access to the CEO lounges, right? The 10K launch incubator classrooms, all of those things. But there's nothing that compares to having a mentor to hold your vision for you, to hold the belief in what it is that you are actually creating, because we are only human. And sometimes that belief can waver a little bit. Okay, we could go, I'm not quite sure. Maybe that thing that we tried last week didn't turn out the way that it was supposed to turn out, right? Or we haven't seen the results yet from what it is that we're doing. And so mentorship helps root the belief that you need to continue pushing forward, okay? Or pressing forward, however you want to word it. Mentorship is the key. All right. So that 3-day live movement, I'm teaching live. I'm very excited about it. I have a strong conviction about helping other people stand in their global authority, okay, and teaching what it is that you know. Self-education is going to outpace traditional education. I am certain of it, whether you believe it or not. The same way we didn't believe AI was going to change the game, right? Social media was going to change the game. I mean, I remember came across a post yesterday where there was a younger person, okay, she had a the see-through phones that we used to have with the cords, okay? Back in the 90s, all right? And I don't want to date myself, but back in the 90s, and she was like, oh my God, I would have paid to be alive during this time. This is amazing. It's the same thing that we are starting to see. Like, everything is moving in cycles. So if everything around us is changing, how could we not expect traditional education to do the same? So self-education is going to outpace traditional education, and it's not going to take a very long time. So this is the time to get in. If that is something that you've been thinking about, if you know you have a subject, a topic that's close to your heart, something that you should be teaching, you've been thinking about it for so long, and you know that there is a next level for you, it's time for you to step into your global authority, okay, and start to expand your message, reach people around the world with what it is that you know, and get started teaching and helping other people. The impact that you create through courses is transformational, and that's what you're pricing based on. That's what this whole episode is about. Not just the pricing piece, but the impact piece. It's supposed to reach, you don't need to stay local. Your message is supposed to be global. It's supposed to be helping so many people around the world. You just got to get it out there, and you have to stand in your authority to do so. And that's why I named it Global Authority. Okay, so come join me live 3 days. Global Authority Movement is going live in a couple of weeks, so I'm excited about it. Get in now, because VIP will fill up. There's a general admission ticket and there's VIP. You can check out all the details at jumpfirstacademy.org/global. Link is in the description or in bio. I am out of here. I hope this inspires you and helps you forward. I hope this helps you stand in that global authority so you can reach more people, teach more people. The world needs us, okay? The world needs more leaders to step up, and I truly believe if you're watching this, you are one of them. I love y'all so much. I will see y'all back here hopefully tomorrow. If not, I'll catch y'all on Monday, but either way, there will be content, okay, rolling out to help inspire you and move you forward. I love y'all. I'll see y'all later.